Okay, I have about a 1/2 inch here. You can see that underneath. So am I ready to start putting in beads? Maybe, but I need to make sure that I'm starting with warp number 1. So this top right down move is my next move. So let me check what number it is. Oh, it's warp 4. So I'm not gonna start here. Let me just braid a little bit more without beads until I come back around to warp number 1. So just top right down, that's warp 4. Bottom left up, that's warp 3. And remember, those are partner warps, so it makes sense that they're moving together. What do we have next? We've got 6 and 5. Again, those are partners. There's 8 and 7. Excellent, okay. And now I'm back to warp number 1. Notice how I'm not actually back on the starting dots. That's fine. That doesn't matter at all because we're going to be walking around and you only come back to the dots every so many cycles. So that doesn't matter. What we want to make sure we're doing is that we're beginning with beads, starting with warp number 1 as a top right down move. And this is also a great time to confirm that all of our warps are still in the correct orientation to each other. So I'm confirming with the starting diagram and the instructions. Here's my warp number 1, and here's its partner. Warp 2, great. Over here, warp 3 and 4. Five and 6. 7 and 8. Now, what would it mean if you checked the position of the warps and they weren't all where you were expecting them to be, but you know that you checked before you started? So if all of your warps started out in the correct position, then something has happened if they don't come back here. So if your partners are still together, but they're not in this position, then what has happened is you just are in the middle of a sequence, right? So if I just go ahead and top right down, bottom left up, and I turn it, well, now 3's up here, 3 and 4 are here. And when I come over here, this is 5 and 6 and 2 and 1. That just means I'm in the middle of a sequence. So that's not necessarily a problem. That's why we're just going to keep braiding around until 1 is our top right down move. Oh, hey, so I've been braiding around and now 2 is at the top. Well, so long as its partner number 1 is catty corner to it here, that's fine. Again, you're just still in the middle of a sequence. All right, so now I'm back around. Here's number 1. So if I know that I'm at the beginning of a sequence, but I still have some of my warps are not in the correct position, but they were before I started braiding, that means you made a mistake while you were braiding. Could be anything, but the most popular mistake, after all these years I've been teaching it, everyone's favorite mistake is on the bottom left up move, rather than going straight up, to cross over. Doing that even one time will get your warps out of order. It's got to go straight up. So if you are just braiding around in circles and you cannot ever get your warps to come back to this position, they don't have to be on the dots, but just in this orientation, then you have made a braiding mistake somewhere. Don't panic. It's not the end of the world. We are here in the little nubbin section. So to fix it, just put the warps where they go and braid some more. That's it.